Welcome to Beyond the Open Door. I am your host, Domina, and you have entered a safe and sacred space. Tonight, just for a few minutes, I want to do a dark shout out. So, about 6 months or so ago, I started getting videos in my feed on YouTube, and mainly from Astro Poppy. And he talks about different deities, and he was doing a series on La Santa Muerte. And he would do a different one based on the color, and he'd give information about, offerings and what the colors represented, and so forth and so on. And so I would watch the videos and I would get, kind of curious about possibly working with her. So, I wasn't trying to do anything major, but I was interested and I would watch the videos, and not just his, but other people who would talk about her. I would watch the videos. And so there's a theosophical store in my area, but they don't do a lot of cultural things. So it's mainly, the new age, and they do like different statues of Hecate, and they have some statues of Egypt and different things like that. So they have some of the more mainstream or popular, but they don't really have a lot of cultural things. So like if I wanted to they just recently started selling the Florida water. So they're starting to catch up, but they're mainly, like they've got a bunch of the tarot cards, and they've got different they've got the wands, and they have different things, but they're really not that cultural. So I found a store not too far from me, about 15-20 minutes away. And I had gone there a couple times. And so this one time I went in there, and I was actually going in to see if she had, and I remembered actually that she had like the Santa Muerte stuff, and she had more of the brujeria kind of things in there. So I walked in the store, and the store owner was actually in there that day that I went. And I was looking at the different statues that she had. I didn't want to get anything big. I just kind of wanted to I was just starting out, and I just wanted to get, just a mini size statue just to get started. I wasn't trying to go deep. I was just still learning and still, getting information, but I did want to have one on hand. So she showed me the mini ones that she had, and she had the different colors like I had seen in the videos. But she also had one that was multicolored. I want to show you this one. Now, the one I got is similar to this, but it's not exactly this one, but this was the closest multicolored picture I could find. I don't want to show mine specifically, but I did want to give you an idea of the one that I had seen and had purchased. So she said, has she, I think she asked me if she had been calling to me. And I said, I'm interested and I'm curious. So she let me look at them, and she had the different colors, like I said. So I said, okay, well, I think I'll get the multicolor one because, each color stands for something specific. And I wasn't there yet for anything specific. I just wanted something in general. And so that one fit fit everything. It's multifaceted. So in whatever area I would have thought to need her, or would reach out to her for, I would already have that. So when I found the one, she had several, so I looked at the ones that were really speaking to me, and I picked the one that I picked. This is how I knew I should have gone to her, and then I should have gone forth with what I was wanting to do. She took the statue. She didn't just tell me how much it was, and she didn't just ring it up, and she didn't just send me on my way. She got incense out. She pulled out a cigar. She sprayed her. I mean, she got her cleansed really well for me. She blew smoke on her. She got her ready to depart and come home with me. And when you get the statues online, you don't get that kind of treatment. And even I've gotten a couple in store from different places, and I never got that kind of treatment when I got the way I got when I picked this one out. And so I've had her for several months, and I really didn't do a whole lot with her. I was just introducing myself to her. I would give her tequila. I would give her some chocolate candy and different, I would give her different offerings as, just a token of my appreciation that I believe I was supposed to have her, especially that specific one. And so recently I had put out a petition that I needed some things done, and I needed them done. I wouldn't say quick, but I did need them. I needed finality, and that's really what it was. What the things that I was approaching her with, I needed finality on them. Some things had been dragging out, and I put my intention in the universe, and I do my ritual, and I do my petitions and all that stuff. But I really needed, and things were slowly moving, but I really needed a couple things regarding some matters with work to come to a final conclusion. And so I reached out to her, and I reached out to all my spirit guides, I'll say, my ancestors and the other deities and energies that I work with. Overall, I really put it to her first, but then invited everybody to, pitch in and give their 2 cents. And so the things that I had asked initially have come to pass. But in doing that, I still needed one more thing regarding one of the 2 things that had come to pass, because there was going to be another element that had to take place. Or so I thought. And I was like, I really don't need this to go this extra mile. I really need this to be done. I need it to be done now. I don't want to have to talk about it. I don't want to have to look at it. I don't want to have to deal with it anymore. And I told her, and I promised her that, if you would do this. And I said that with the initial visit, not visit, but with the initial petition. And I did. I came through and I gave special things. I said, but if you come through with this one, and I had done it 2 days earlier. I said, if you come through with this one, not only will I give you special whatever I promised that I would give her, I also promised that I would do a public thank you. And I put that petition in on Tuesday. What was supposed to happen on Thursday, I got an email Wednesday saying, disregard, this isn't necessary, consider this closed. Just like that. So I want to hold my end of the promise to publicly thank La Santa Muerte for coming through for me for this issue. It was a nuisance, and it was time for it to be done. And once I put my foot down, and I really put my foot down and say, okay, I need this to be done now, and I need this to be over. And then to have a second element come up, I said, okay, you've come through for me already, but if you could come through for me on this one, I will do such and such and so, and I will give a public testimony for you. And that is all that this is about. I want to be true to my word, and in giving thanks to her for what she did by standing with me and allowing this to take place. I was hoping for it to come through 2 days before, or the day of, or something like that. And the very next day, she came through, and that was the end of that. So to you, La Santa Muerte, muchas gracias. Mi amor, I appreciate you so, so very much. And I encourage you that if you are reaching out to your ancestors, your deities, the energies you work with, the angels, whoever, whichever, that if you make a vow or a promise, that you make sure you keep it, because it's just like having a good friend. If your friend isn't going to keep their word to you, how long are they going to be your friend? How long are you going to depend on them? How long are you going to seek them for guidance, or seek them for their opinion, or seek them for maybe a better way to do or to consider, if they're not going to keep their word to you? So I just want to put that out there really quickly in this dark moment, this dark shout out. I have more to give, but I wanted to start with this one first. One of the things that I gave her, and I'll share this and then I'll get off. One of the things that I did give her, I gave her some yellow carnations. And that was, oh golly, it's been almost a week, and they are still just as yellow and vibrant. And they've even, opened up a little bit more since I put them in the water. Normally, when you bring the flowers in, you put them in water, they don't last that long. They are still going strong. So anyway, again, thank you, La Santa Muerte. I appreciate you. I thank you. And may you be honored, and may you be pleased by this public testimony to you, gratitude to you, and thanks to you for what you have done on my behalf. So with that, have a great evening, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace and blessings to you all.